Vladimir Putin gazed down from the reviewing stand on the victory parade in the heart of Kiev to the energetic accompaniment of a military band. A vintage T-34 tank flying a Soviet battle flag rolled past Maidan Nezalezhnosti, Independence Square, followed by goose-stepping Ukrainian soldiers in the uniforms of World War II infantrymen, pilots, and sailors. Next came war veterans in open cars, then thousands of troops representing all the branches of Ukraine's armed forces. From on high, the Russian president presided over the extravaganza with other dignitaries in dark coats and generals in enormous peaked caps. Leonid Kuchma, the Ukrainian president, and his prime minister, Viktor Yanukovych, flanked their guest of honor from Moscow. It was October 28, 2004. Officially, Putin was in the Ukrainian capital to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the liberation of Ukraine from Nazi occupation by the Red Army. Unofficially, he was on a 3-day visit to stump for Yanukovych, whom Kuchma had chosen as his successor in a hotly contested presidential election to be held 3 days later. Yanukovych's main opponent, Viktor Yushchenko, called Putin's visit untimely and said it was evidence that Yanukovych lacked the authority to win the election on his own. Putin, who had just begun his second term as Russia's can-do president, was popular among Ukrainians. Russia was experiencing an unprecedented oil boom and had become an attractive destination for millions of Ukrainian migrant workers. A dense web of rail, road, and air connections tied Ukraine to Russia. Ukrainian citizens could travel to Russia without visas, and most Ukrainians spoke Russian fluently, either as their first or second language. Russia and Ukraine, the two most populous countries to emerge from the Soviet Union in 1991, were partners, not rivals. Ukrainian opposition politicians were careful to direct their ire over Putin's visit at the Yanukovych campaign, not at the Kremlin. Oleksandr Turchinov, the head of the Batkivshchina Fatherland Party in the Ukrainian parliament, blamed Yanukovych and his patron, Kuchma, for inviting Putin to bolster a failing campaign that relied on dirty tricks and brute force. Turchinov said that by endorsing Yanukovych, an oafish former governor with a criminal record, Putin risked damaging his own reputation. Petro Poroshenko, the deputy head of the Yushchenko campaign and a member of parliament, regretted that Putin was not meeting any presidential candidates other than Yanukovych, and he expressed the hope that, as an experienced, far-sighted politician and outstanding diplomat, Putin would stick to his promise to respect the will of the Ukrainian people. The Ukrainian opposition's deference to Putin was understandable because, even if Yushchenko won, Russia would remain Ukraine's most important trade partner and a vital source of energy supplies. But the suggestion that Putin was unwittingly being manipulated to serve Yanukovych's political ambitions was disingenuous. In fact, the Kremlin was pulling out all the stops to influence the outcome of the Ukrainian election. Putin's visit to Kiev was his 6th trip to Ukraine that year,